Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be recapping the week one of the NFL. It was quite an eventful one. Nice to see it back again. And then maybe previewing week 2 if we get enough time at the end.
And been a boom baby.
Yeah, we'll get to that when we come across the paths. Alright. So we start off with the first game that brought us back into the NFL, which was the Packers-Bears game.
Thursday night. One most the most defensive heavy game of the week.
Oh yeah,
by far.
Probably the single most defense focused game.
They got both quarterbacks got sacked 5 times.
Jesus.
Yeah, both the defensive line for the.
Also, neither of them really did anything.
No,
Trubisky especially.
Oh, Cole got 0 carries as well.
Who?
Tariq.
Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, because he got all receiving yards.
Yeah,
didn't he?
David Montgomery was the one getting carries.
Which is really weird because he did that anyway, but now they don't have Howard.
It's just because they went from
the guy to run.
What was your man? They were saying before the game started, they're like, "Oh, we won't use him as often, but don't use him at all, and give him like 8 catches."
Yeah.
Was it even 8 catches? I can't remember what it was.
Surely that makes your offense too predictable.
It just really limits Trubisky because they didn't let Trubisky run either. Or he's like him and Josh Allen.
Anytime he did run, it was a scramble.
Yeah. It
was a runaway.
They just swap. Like last year they passed a lot, but he ran a bit. Now they could swap with what Lamar Jackson's doing, more passing this year than running. Yeah. Either run it more with.
Who is their actual running back? Like, do they have one?
David Montgomery, who the rookie got this year, and Tariq Owens did it.
Is their passing running back?
Yeah, he's still, like, we saw him run last year, he's still ridiculous. It's just you have to be more creative with his plays.
Yeah.
And then, like, you saw, Khalil Mack was still a terror. Leonard Floyd might finally be good. That Robertson Harris fella looked like Aaron Donald, was flooring people. And then you have that's defense, that's their defensive line. And even though then Adrian Amos, who's now on the Packers, got a pick.
Yeah.
Blake Martinez looked unbelievable. Preston Smith.
Their defense, I mean, you called it in the predictions week. Yeah. And their defense was fire.
Who else was there? Oh, the two Smiths, Zedarius and Preston Smith were both. Preston got 2 sacks, and Zedarius got 1. And then Amos got the pick, but he wasn't the best in the coverage. Jair Alexander was.
Yeah.
And Tramon Williams, they're both unbelievable in coverage.
And also, to be fair, you could say, because Green Bay's touchdown was in the first half, wasn't it? So maybe that's why they kind of abandoned the running game, because they were behind.
Yeah, but it's just because
they weren't that far behind.
I know it's week 1, but like, you have to start off where you want to go, because the way they played, like Trubisky's didn't look comfortable whatsoever, and then you don't use Cohen in any sort of. No, it wasn't even screen RPO. You do an RPO with Cohen, he's probably going to be gone.
Yeah,
like these kind of ideas, you're not using them enough. But and then need like both quarterbacks obviously in no time. I think Rodgers had only 200 yards maybe.
Yeah, he didn't have much anyway.
Yeah, and Jimmy Graham looked good finally because he got stuffed. He actually made the slowest leap of all time. But
he was there last season as well, wasn't he?
Yeah, from what I remember, he's injured a bit.
As always.
Remember, yeah. But he looked somewhat. He's older now, but he looks somewhat more reliable than you speak. He's not trying to be this. He just
Gronk.
Yeah, basically. Just be what you are. You're big. You play basketball, catch the ball in the air, and leave it at that.
Yeah. And
that's all you can say about that game. And then the next one's probably the most disappointing start to the season.
Titans Browns.
Yeah. For our team.
Good God. We built the Browns up so much in so many podcasts and videos. And
you it's a lot of people thought like, were the Browns that bad or the Titans that good, or was it a bit of both?
I think it was a bit of both.
Because
I don't know, the Titans didn't look next level good.
No.
But they made the Browns look really, really bad.
Really bad. And just
like we said as well about the Browns playing the Ravens and them coming up against a good defense, and it could cause problems. I mean, the Titans do have a good defense,
but they're not the Ravens.
And that's what happened. Yeah.
And they're in Ravens division, so they play them twice this year.
Yeah.
So that's going to be horrible for them. If they keep playing the way they're going now, that's going to be horrendous.
And I did say that the Ravens game could be a blowout for the Ravens, and now it's good God.
If they don't come back. Do they play the Ravens? No, they played the Jets on Monday.
Yeah.
When they face the Ravens won't going to get better week by week, so that's not going to be a good look for them. Especially if they need Myles Garrett and Sheldon Richardson, all of them to show up, and they didn't.
They need anyone to show up.
I think Myles Garrett was decent, but like the rest of them showed absolutely no signs of anything.
Yeah.
Especially the offensive line was fucking horse shit.
Yeah.
If you get sacked like 5 times, like he's going to throw like Baker started off alright. They were slow, but he wasn't. As like the 3rd or 4th quarter, he started throwing picks after pick after pick. It was all in the second half. He threw all his picks.
Yeah, sure. I think it was the 4th quarter. It was where he had like 4 or 5 plays in a row where it was pick 6.
Yeah, that's not. He
and a turnover on downs because he kept getting sacked.
It's like That's it's not what we used to seeing from him, because like last year he was so cool when it came to these kind of pressures, but it's like this year he just like in his own head he thought this is going to work out perfectly, I'm fine, what he'd worry about, and then all of a sudden all came at him all at once. His offense was terrible. He got
and now it looks even worse what he was doing in the off season with the whole chugging beer.
Yeah, but that does you can get over that to see that's kind of the City thing, but there's like. I expect like Cameron Wake is what 45 years old, not that old, but he's been a long time. He was part of 3 sacks. Yeah. Like he's not like Cameron Wake's still a terror, but he's
not someone who's going to single-handedly dominate you.
Not anymore. Not for a long time. Like he's been decent for a while, but that's terrible. Then Logan Ryan and Malcolm Butler locked down everybody. They didn't when they gave. It's like I'm sure all the passes to Odell were dump offs as well.
Yeah,
he wasn't like he played a lot of slot. Used to that, so. But he should, like that's the thing. We were hoping he wouldn't be.
Yeah, no. Like, from Baker, you'd expect something better.
He played slot a lot of times. Like, why not fucking put Jarvis at slot and let him fuck off down the field or something? Like, let him do what Antonio Brown does with changing routes and shit, and let him be creative with it. Let Jarvis Landry be go. Let him be Sterling Shepard. Let Odell be Odell properly again. Yeah. And Nick Chubb was fine. He had 75 yards and 17 carries. They used him enough, but it's like they didn't use him properly. And
they also got behind and couldn't run.
Yeah, you couldn't. That defensive line is not that good. Like their DBs and stuff are very good for the Titans, like Biard and Logan Ryan,
which is why he got picked up.
Yeah, so there wasn't you couldn't make a mistake against going deep with them because they're going to get it.
And but he was also under so much pressure every time he was trying to throw the ball.
Yeah, and then their defense was really disappointing because AJ Brown, the rookie, tore them apart on 3 catches for like 100 yards. Yeah, Derrick Henry, that big was a screen pass. He just
I think took off. Yeah. And he's not a man who's going to take off down the field and burn you for speed. No, just like at that time he did last year because the Jags, it was all missed tackles. It was almost like the same thing again this time. Yeah. He was wide open, they just couldn't tackle him. Yeah. So like Mariota was safe and did what he needed to do, but ultimately the Browns are extremely disappointing for the fucking terrible season. And there's a fun fact that I have here: the Browns haven't won a Week 1 game since 2004.
This was supposed to be a season that was there. Yeah,
and I mean they have been very bad for very long. Mm-hmm. But like
they should have started. It is only Week 1, but we expected them, especially against the Titans.
That was abysmal.
Like the people hype up the Titans, but everyone thought like you just bring them back to earth again.
There wasn't even like one shining light where you could be like, at least this happened.
Literally not one. Bar Chubb being somewhat decent.
Yeah, but bar them actually using Chubb.
Yeah, but they had to use it because Baker was fucking struggling somewhat. Like,
exactly.
It's like they panic used him.
No, there was nothing.
No, next is what? The Baltimore game.
The next is. I don't know, we have a different order here, so Ravens, Dolphins, yeah.
With the youngest ever to get a perfect pass rating.
Disgusting.
The youngest ever, Lamar Jackson.
That game was disgusting.
He tore apps. That team was that,
and the most points in Ravens history.
It's like watching. It's hard to say, like when anyone played the Bulls last season. He's like, oh, oof. You've got to win. You've got to win by 20 or 30. Yeah. That's what it's going to be again for like 59-10.
Yeah, exactly.
Put a bit of effort in somewhat. Mother of sweet joy in Jesus. Yeah. Like I knew, like I said, I thought Lamar Jackson was going to be unbelievable. Mm-hmm.
But like, he was just throwing bombs and just nobody was there to do anything about it.
Like the fact, the best players are Minka Fitzpatrick and Xavier Howard, who are both DBs, but they got destroyed down deep. Yeah. Like Marquise Brown, the rookie,
destroyed,
was disgusting. 147 yards and 4 catches. That's like Randy Moss type numbers in that situation. And like, well, you can't even talk about the Browns because it's so sad to look at. Like fucking what? Like again, you're losing, but you give Kenyon Drake 4 carries. I'm getting very sick of it. Like what? Like what's going to give you? Like he's your best offensive weapon at the moment because Devontae Parker's not going to get anything because his quarterback's not.
And actually, looking at it now, this is the first time I'm looking at these stats. They did only have 12 running carries, but Balaj had 5.
Yeah, like
I know it's only 4 carries and 5 carries, but Balaj had 5 carries for -1 yard. He still had more than Kenyon Drake. Kenyon Drake only had 12, but like they were getting eaten alive. But Balaj should not be having more carries.
I don't get.
Even if it's 5-4.
I don't see what they're seeing. Why everyone's like, oh, it's Balaj being the one. I don't see why.
No idea.
Kenyon Drake has been when he's been allowed to play because Frank Gore fucked him over last year. Yeah. Like why are they staying away from him? Like
no idea.
I don't. Like
it's unexplainable. Like Kenyon Drake's unexplainable. Ryan Fitzpatrick's unexplainable.
People will say, oh, Josh Rosen got picked off. Earl Thomas leaped across 90 yards to catch that ball. Yeah. That was disgusting. Yeah. And like he wasn't great anyway. but none of them were great because the Ravens defense is the best defense in the league probably.
Yeah.
Arguably, it's definitely the best back 5 or 6 easily because like Earl Thomas is unbelievable, Marlon Humphrey's unbelievable. They all did what they're supposed to do. Like I don't. It's very frustrating.
It was just every time as well that it cut to this game, at least for maybe the first half, it was Lamar Jackson a bomb. And as soon as it left his hand, you thought this is another one.
Yeah.
Because there was nobody even near the receiver that it was going to, and like the ball was going way up, so there was plenty of time for a back to get at least in the area.
It's like they played zone and then just all went to wrong zones.
Yeah.
Every single time. And then
or just left one zone empty and the Ravens just saw it every time.
And it's like it's not even just a passing. Like Mark Ingram had 107 yards and 2 touchdowns. Like they literally could absolutely stop nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I can't name one fella in that fucking defensive line. First of all,
Levine, I don't even know who that is, but he had 1 carry for 60 yards.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
even people who weren't touching the ball got in on the action.
So they're going to be a team. Like I thought they might be somewhat decent until they just traded everybody. But even looking at now, like they're built for nothing but. We're tanking for the next 2 or 3 years, because they're not worth the fucking shit.
And they don't even know what they're doing to even tank right.
No.
So.
And then another disappointing team, I don't know, the next New Orleans is the Atlanta game.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, that was... This week was full of disappointment.
Sweet.
Underperformances. And I saw a lot of people saying that on Twitter as well, when it was like the 6 o'clock games rolled through. It was just a lot of disappointment. And Atlanta was definitely one of them.
Made me look like an asshole.
Oh yeah.
An absolute... Oh.
We just done all the predictions, and you had them as your number 1
offense
in that division, and possibly even getting through to a Super Bowl. I had them not far off it. I would have agreed between them and the Saints, but they just looked horrible.
That's Matt Ryan.
They did nothing.
I think Matt took 2 picks, and they weren't...
2 picks, 2 touchdowns, yeah.
How many times did he get sacked? I think he got sacked 4.
4, yeah.
Like fair enough.
Quarterback rating of 45.
Like fair enough, he never had time, but it's just like I think Minnesota did a very good job of shutting down Julio Jones first of all.
Yeah.
And the run game went absolutely nowhere.
Nowhere.
Devontae Freeman could do nothing. I think Tevin Coleman got injured.
He's
at the
gone.
Niners. Yeah. Ado Smith was there.
Yeah.
Yeah, terrible.
He did nothing either.
They passed a lot to Devontae Freeman simply because they just wanted to get him involved. I think they wanted to get him involved so they could translate to the running game, but it just obviously didn't. So like
Cooper actually got the most receptions, surprisingly. 77 yards.
He the safest fucking routes.
Yeah.
He's probably coming across field. I didn't see. He probably came across field a lot of time doing curls and stuff.
Yeah.
And like, it's that kind of game where Matt Ryan was simply he actually ran a fair bit. Which is a bad sign more than anything.
Oh yeah, especially when it's Matt Ryan.
You don't like seeing him move. Like when you have, they should have been as good as they were back when they got to the Super Bowl Patriots because they have a better squad now.
Yeah.
Like and then, like. Going from that, and then their defense was horrendous. They definitely stopped me run because like Grady Jarrett was okay, but Dalvin Cook still ran 100 or 111 yards.
Yep.
And he ran like they only passed the ball 10 times in that game.
They did.
Yeah, because all they did was score.
What the hell?
Yeah, 10 times they passed the ball in that game.
I mean, yeah, Dalvin Cook 21 carries. So
like he was we said it before we didn't have him in our top. We didn't have top 10.
We didn't have him in the top 10 because of.
Last year
he hadn't done anything, and that was kind of what we based it.
Yeah, but we said that we literally both said he's going to be that top tier, and he was fucking ridiculous.
Oh yeah, 21 carries, 111 yards, 2 touchdowns.
And when a team can say we want to pass the ball 10 times, we'll still win the game.
Yeah,
that doesn't say a lot. That says a lot about defense. There's a lot about your trust in that running back.
And they won it convincingly,
very convincingly.
28-12, and when your quarterback's getting 98 yards.
Exactly. So you've I think the Vikings are going to burn out anyway. I don't think they're there.
Yeah, I know they always do.
It's from first game. As long as they keep, I
hope they don't. I hope they keep going.
Yeah, as long as Dalvin Cook doesn't get injured.
Yeah,
that's like now they've kind of set the tone for the rest of the season, saying like Dalvin Cook's our guy. If he gets injured, just take away our passing game.
But Thielen still got in the action.
How much
43 yards and a touchdown, but
he only fucking 10 passes. So.
Touchdown is what he always does.
He got over half the yards. Did 43?
43, yeah.
Nearly half the yards.
3 receptions on a guy who, from a quarterback that only made 8.
Yeah.
Complete passes.
Yeah, so
Jesus.
They look very solid still, especially on the offense.
Yeah.
Was it Buffalo next? The Battle of New York, which was.
Yeah.
Went a lot of ways.
Yeah, that was kind of chop and change.
I think it was 6. It was 6.
It was nice to see Le'Veon Bell though.
He was fantastic. Yeah. I thought he didn't he got over 100. He got over 100 yards total. No, 92 yards total. Yeah. But he caught a receiving touchdown. They lined him up. We were watching that one. He lined up a receiver a lot.
A lot.
Like not even a small bit, a lot. He was at wideout.
Like they cut to that game for a while, and stayed for a lot of plays when we were watching it, and every time, just for that at least section of the game, he lined up a wideout every time.
And like you understand,
weird.
But like how many carries do you have? You didn't have many carries.
17.
He's 70 carries. He didn't run a touchdown, did he?
No. 60 yards.
So like that's it. Like if Darnold's not out with mono, which is the weirdest situation you're going to see.
Yeah.
He's out for kids.
Who's their backup? I saw somebody saying that.
Yeah, they're not going to win this week.
Good God.
They're not. Well, they're playing the Browns, so that'll be This should be the Browns. So
opportunity to pounce and actually get themselves kicked in.
Did we say CJ Mosley's back or not for that game?
Not yet.
Because that's like May. We saw like May was still unbelievable, and Poole, their DBs were still very good that game. But he was like.
I think the game completely changed when he went.
Yeah,
because they were pretty dominant on defense.
If he stayed in there, there's a lot of things that happened that game that wouldn't have happened because they lost.
Yeah,
they were up
by a point,
16-3 at half time. I think it was or going at the start of the third, maybe 16-3. I think that said it first.
Yeah,
but like Mosley was fucking everywhere,
and they were looking dominant.
And then my biggest problem with the game, once again, is Frank Gore, because Devin Singletary had 4 carries for 70 yards.
Yeah,
that was in the first half.
Yeah,
I don't think he ran the ball the second half. Frank Gore 11 carries. Why is this man getting the ball all the time? And what he's getting absolutely.
Josh Allen actually had 10.
Well, that's why you could expect that because Josh Allen's an absolute horse.
Yeah, I know, but he shouldn't be getting more than Singletary anyway.
No, he doesn't have that. Like he's not that kind of run. He's a great runner, but he's like, I'm just sick of Frank Gore.
Yeah,
I respect him for his career or whatever.
It's the same kind of thing as because he was at Miami, wasn't he?
Yeah, Kenyon Drake.
Yeah.
Ruined Kenyon
and now
Drake
he's doing the same thing.
So like, I just want him to respectfully retire.
Yeah.
Leave him be, because the next thing's going to happen is going to go to fucking.
Or just say to them, stop giving me.
We want this,
everything.
I think he doesn't talk a lot from what I've heard, but I think he's kind of fella like he's climbing up the ranks from the all-time like rushing lists and stuff. So it's almost like they're pity giving him yards, carries just to get him up.
Yeah.
And like the Bills should be doing. Bills should be giving Singletary, who's really solid when he had the ball.
I mean, 4 carries, 70 yards.
Yeah, like and then not running. Like I don't get like it's like they gave up, but then they won.
Yeah,
but like if you ran it more, then you probably would have won.
It's a very weird game.
You might have been behind if you ran it more with him.
Yeah.
So they're just fucking wrecking my tits already.
They had a standout receiver though in John Brown.
Oh, that's another Brown. All the Browns did.
Yeah.
Marquise Brown,
123 yards and a touchdown.
Marquise Brown, Friday John Brown, because he was at the Ravens.
Oh.
Was
it Bengals before?
That's John Ross.
Oh yeah. There you
go. John Brown, like he's got the speed, but they couldn't use him over. Somewhat they couldn't use him over in. Baltimore. So like I'm hoping it's not a one-time thing. They're going to be used like that because like all the Browns are the same. There's Marquise Brown was unbelievable, AJ Brown was unbelievable, and now John Brown was unbelievable.
Yeah,
the Browns
Antonio Brown will be
hopefully whatever that situation works itself out. And next one of the biggest surprising fellas was McLaurin for the Redskins.
Oh,
where the fuck he came out of? He had 125 yards and a touchdown.
Jesus,
they tore them up in that first half. They were up 20 to.
Yeah, I think I remember
26.
Seeing a couple of his things.
He was all over the place.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, I can't remember receptions he had.
5
for 125
yards. Yeah.
Like he was. That's sick. No, that's don't bother me. Like even Keenum, which is kind of bad because that means the way Keenum played, 3 touchdowns, no receptions. He was pretty solid. Like almost 400 yards.
Yeah.
With McLaurin, Vernon Davis came out of nowhere. He's got a new lease of life. That touchdown was unbelievable.
No.
That was terrible tackling, first of all.
When he hopped someone.
They should have got him like 3 times.
Yeah.
Anyway,
you can't be having an old man hop you.
He still got in anyway. Like, Keenum, I kind of wanted Keenum to, like, no offense to him, but somehow struggle because I want to see Haskins in early.
Yeah.
But Keenum, like, when he was at the Vikings, he got him to the playoffs.
Yeah.
Got him through.
He's a solid.
Yeah, he's solid. He's kind of like a better Ryan Fitzpatrick in the way, like, Ryan Fitzpatrick gets you 4 wins. Keenum might get you 7 or 8, 6 or 7.
Yeah.
So that like he's good for that team, but that team is just I think you can maybe not you have to Like
the question I want answered now is what the hell do they have at running back?
Adrian Peterson's back this week.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot they made him inactive for some stupid reason.
Trace Thompson behind him, I think. So they have they're not. I think they're like Darius Guice. He's out for 4 to 6 weeks. Yeah, Chris Thompson.
Yeah, he's there.
Trace Thompson. Like Darius Geis was good when he came in, but like he must have been nagging the injury the whole game because he didn't get many carries.
Yeah, they were saying that as well.
So he's like Adrian Pearson's going to be. Like, I love Adrian Pearson, like one of my favorite players ever. But he's not. When Geis comes back, I hope Geis gets the carries for that team. I hope he gets the lump sum of them. I don't want, like, as much as I love him, I don't want a Frank Gore situation where you go, we know what this fella can do.
Yeah.
So it's give him the ball more. So like that worries me about that.
Weird looking stat was that their most targeted player was Chris Thompson at running back. Targeted 10 times. Whereas McLaurin was targeted 7. I mean, he did get his 125 yards and a touchdown, but like
McLaurin looks like more definitely like that.
It's a weird one that your running back's getting most targets.
It's like Aaron Kamara.
Yeah.
That kind
Except
well,
it's Chris Thompson.
Yeah. So like, and then that defense for the Eagles didn't look great whatsoever. Yeah. Like Malik Jackson's injured, but like
it looked like they were sleeping for the first half.
Easily, like the Devs don't have anyone stand out anyway.
Yeah.
Bar Malcolm Jenkins. Malcolm Jenkins get old. He can't do everything. He's a safety. He's not going to make that big of an impact all the time. But then like the second half, like they're down. I think it was 20-6 going to the first second half, and then Wentz just turned up again, 330 yards.
Deshaun Jackson.
Where is he get? Like he was saying like he's not even fully healthy. Like how fast can this man get?
I know.
He's getting faster as he gets older,
and it doesn't stop ever.
And when you're watching the game, Alshon Jeffrey looked a lot more dominant than what the stats say. So like you have Ertz who's solid. You have Alshon Jeffrey who's going to throw the ball, is going to catch it every time.
Yeah.
And now you have Deshaun Jackson back from a couple of years ago, who's gotten faster, still as confident as ever, so he's going to go. So as long as he stays healthy, that team is dangerous.
154 yards for Deshaun Jackson.
Yeah.
Good God.
That's what I mean.
2 touchdowns.
The only worry is the running back situation, because like Miles Sanders only had 25 yards, but he had a lot of each, like, what, 10? Do you over 10 carries?
Yeah, 11.
So like, I don't know, is that they're not designed, like that defensive line for the Redskins is decent, but Ryan Kerrigan and De'Aaron Payne and
they have a lot going on at running back as well.
That's what I mean. Like they don't know what to, like
Sproles and Howard as well.
Yeah, Sproles is good. Sproles looked young as well.
Yeah,
he got that 2 point. He's still again. He's not the kind of horse you could have in a game. Like Sanders looked good, but Sanders is kind of he helped the pass game a lot. He made a lot of key blocks during the pass game. So like, are they going to be like the old kind of Patriots where like you kind of just run just to make teams think you're going to run and then pass out of it? Like you don't know what way they're going to go.
And they have all their trick plays as well that they like to run.
Yeah, but they didn't really do it. Like they don't seem to trust Wentz to do it. They did that yesterday anyway. It's only week 1, so you don't know. So that like the Eagles
Wentz still managed to rack up 300 plus yards and 3 touchdowns though. So.
Yeah. So what's next?
It's a solid start for a sleeping first half.
The Rams game, I'm kind of delighted to see because of the way Goff played after getting all his fucking money.
All right.
So he looked, like I wrote down, he looked ordinary.
Yeah, I mean the stats look ordinary as well. 186 yards, 1 pick, 1 touchdown.
Like watching him, like this is frustrating because of Gurley. He still had 14 carries and 97 yards, but that's kind of towards the end of the game.
No touchdowns though, because they were given elsewhere.
Yeah, Malcolm Brown. Was it Malcolm Brown? No, it's not Malcolm. That's the defensive lineman.
It is Malcolm Brown.
It's Malcolm Brown. Like when you watch Gurley, I understand. Like he's still, I think he's still a 20-25 carry kind of guy. But like you saw how healthy he was yesterday.
Yeah.
But like it's watching him play, is like he's standing there like he doesn't care, and he gets the ball and it's just
gone.
My legs are gone.
He's
making for his mates. He's going through fellas. Like
I think they were just like wary of his knees as well, which is understandable considering what you have in Todd Gurley.
Yeah.
Because like Malcolm Brown was given the goal line rushes, and they probably just didn't want to ram Gurley into something like that.
Yeah, and it's weird because like you kind of trust it because it's Sean McVay in that offense. You kind of like Rob Woods still look very good. Brandon Cook still look very good. Cooper Kupp looks like he could be the number 1 for the season.
All their receivers still looked.
Yeah, Cooper Kupp looks like June Elman.
Yeah.
Like whatever he's white, but he's still there's similar receivers.
Yeah.
Like he's gonna, like it seems like he's a very he's way faster than I thought it was. Very safe hands. He's strong, good route runner. Like Robert Woods seems to be the kind of like the only kind of guy who can go deep for them. Other than Brandon Cooks, if Brandon Cooks loses a knee or an ankle, like his speed's gone. He doesn't have size. So like
I've just seen Jared Goff's quarterback rating as well. That has to be the lowest of the week. 20. What the hell?
I think Daniel Jones is worse.
Alright. Let's not go there yet. We're not quite there.
The weirdest thing was, And no one, I don't think anyone expected the Carolina offensive line to be this. Donald had one tackle all game.
Yeah.
And he looked.
Yeah.
He didn't even look
non-existent.
good. I don't know, was he kind of hurt? But he didn't even look good. Yeah, like he got double teamed a lot, so I think that's why, like, you see, Fowler got 2 sacks.
Yeah.
So he seemed to be that guy in the backfield instead. So you don't know is it because he was double teamed and they're learning him, like, or is it just because I don't think he must not be fully healthy because he didn't look himself whatsoever. Even last year when he had double teamed, he was still separating him like the Red Sea.
Yeah, exactly.
Like he was going anyway. So that defense, again, they gave up 27 points to the Carolina Panthers, who I like.
And I mean, McCaffrey. Did it all.
He's making an early statement. Like we had both a Saquon top, but McCaffrey, we had him low enough just because of one season. He looks like he's he looks like Le'Veon Bell on steroids.
So he got 19 carries, 128 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns, and then 10 receptions, 81 yards, and then 0 receiving. He got
Cam out of a lot of holes.
Good God.
Cam did not look good whatsoever in that game.
So he was part of... So he had 19 carries and 11 targets. 30.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. It's not the case...
The horse of that team.
It shows that to him because it's not like it's a surprise to teams that he's going to be used a lot.
Yeah.
It's going to be used a lot and he still made a lot out of it. Like, and then Cam, like I said before we started, he only rushed 3 times. It was 3 times? Are you like minus 2 yards or was it 2 times minus 3 yards? 1, 2, I think.
3 times minus 2.
Yeah. So like that's for him. He has to start. Like for me anyway, he's to like put his pants up and cop on a bit.
Yeah.
I know it's the first game, but you
was he afraid of Donald though?
Could have been, but like Donald was locked over anyway.
Yeah.
Now you didn't like. It's not like we.
Maybe they just didn't want to run the game plan of Cam Newton running with Aaron Donald's possibility.
I just find it hard for them to win a game with Cam not being Cam.
Yeah.
Because Cam's not a pocket passer. Like Cam didn't roll out a lot. Like you want Cam.
Didn't move a lot.
You need like if a defense isn't afraid of Cam running, they're never going to be afraid of him throwing the ball.
Yeah.
So like that's going to cause them a lot of stress in the future. And like their defense was decent. Bradbury, he was one of the top defense players this week. He like a corner, like he was still very good. So like their defense is fine from what it seems. But yeah, I think Cam they only barely lost, but they got lucky because it's not like the Rams kind of took their time on them and Donald wasn't there. So I think
it didn't look like the Rams were going to get there for a long time.
Yeah, so like
they eventually did.
Like I said, like so Cam needs to be Cam because if you're not afraid of running, you're not afraid of passing.
Yeah.
So that's my issue with them. And then was KC next?
Yep.
Sweet Lord.
Yeah.
Put him in the bin. Why? We thought he might slow down.
Pat Mahomes picked up where he left off. Really,
Sweet divine. Why is it every time
with everything 380 or 378 yards, which I suppose is pretty standard for him. 3 touchdowns, but like it was the way he was doing it again.
And like
it's just disgusting to watch.
When we watched it, like he missed Kelsey fairly wide open, but like we saw the replays after, he wasn't looking at him.
Yeah.
He was doing that no look shit again, and he wasn't even that far off.
No.
Like he still saw Kelsey open.
He did make one as well, didn't he? With a no look.
That's what I mean. It's just.
Because one of his tweets blew up during the week, Pat Mahomes, where he quote tweeted the video, I think, of that pass and was saying that he owed Kelsey a lunch for catching that because it was no look again.
Like it's
just there you go, and it goes perfect.
Yeah, I think even like, but the thing is now he's done that. He missed 1 or 2. So he's going to slow down again and go back to normal. He's just going to ping everything.
Yeah.
And like you lost Hill. Hill's out for a couple of weeks. But like Sammy Watkins had the game.
Oh yeah, does it even matter?
198 yards,
honestly,
and all the touchdowns that he threw.
Yeah,
for him. Like when you know what about Kelsey, and you have like McCall Harbin the rookie, and Hill when he comes back again healthy.
Yeah.
That's.
I mean, they pretty much didn't have Hill for this game, and they still did what they did.
Yeah. So like
he only had 2 receptions.
And McCoy looked solid. I think he averaged 8 yards a carry.
Yeah.
Like. Damien Williams did
he's alright.
Yeah, like
got a touchdown.
They look like McCoy's gonna be the guy again.
Yeah.
Like it's like he got a new lease of life again this season. We kind of slowed down last year with injuries and stuff, with his knees and his hips. But
I mean, it was just the Patrick Mahomes torching again, wasn't it?
Yeah. And again, like the thing was like the problem with them is they have to have that because like Foles went out injured, and the Jags with Minshew still put up 26.
Yeah.
Like you're deep.
That's
like,
a worrying thing to think.
Exactly,
about.
And like I liked seeing Fournette because Fournette had I don't know like 60 yards, but like watching when they used him, he looked like he was solid enough.
Yeah, and they did actually use him a lot.
Yeah, which was good. Like because like last year all his issues with being a prick and getting suspended and stuff, and injured, whatever.
Injured, yeah.
And then they have guys like Chark and Connolly, who had, I think Chark had over almost 150 yards.
Yeah, 146.
And Chris Connolly, who I kind of thought Chris Connolly would be good, but like yesterday he looked very good.
Yeah.
Not yesterday, Sunday. Sorry, it's fucking Thursday. They both look very good against that defense, which fair enough is bad defense, but still seeing them.
I mean they both put up huge numbers. So.
Seeing them be able to make, that's a lot of playmakers. When I thought it would be D.D. Westbrook be the kind of playmaker for them, but like they seem,
and he was way down.
Yeah, and they see like their defense shot themselves in the foot. Miles Jack was being spastic.
Yeah.
He got ejected. All the fight, like Jalen Ramsey was starting rows here and everywhere.
Yeah.
Like it's fair enough being this rowdy crowd if you're going to back it up a bit.
Yeah. If you can actually back it up with actual NFL toughness.
It's like the defense just try to like scare Pat Mahomes a bit, and it's still, like we dropped 40 on
you.
you.
You're not going to scare Pat Mahomes.
No, like you give it up. Like
he'll just no luck you.
Like 2 or 3 rows they had, and all instigated by the Jags defense. Yeah. And like I still see them as coming up and being one of the best defenses, but they need to cop on with all this crap.
And they've lost Nick Foles now, so that's going to be.
They have to rely on defense again. Yeah. Minshew looks solid, but like Minshew's, that's probably one of those kind of games where I come in, put it on my shoulder, try and do my best. I'll show up a bit. Still throw a pick.
And they have Josh Dobbs now, but like he's kind of the same.
It's like you want, like if
he's in the same boat
as Minshew. Is Foles up for a season? I don't think he is. I think it's
no, he might come back
late
on in the season.
It's like I had the Jags. I think I had them making the playoffs. Now I don't.
Yeah,
Foles isn't there because
not at all.
It's going to be a situation of going between Dobbs and Minshew. It's not like the offense isn't going to know what they're supposed to do.
I mean, to be fair, it was KC, but like their defense is going to have to hugely step up.
Yeah. And like they lost Justin Houston, did they lose D4? Did D4 went to the
I think he did.
Niners. They still have Jones and stuff, but like that defense is like Tyrann Mathieu was there, he didn't look that great.
Yeah.
Like they don't have anything on that defense anymore. They need they have to they're going to be offense heavy again, and if it's like Foles, I think Foles would have kept them in the game a lot more. And I thought they looked very good at Foles because you had to worry for once again.
Even though it was brief.
Yeah, like I think that's when Fournette flourished the most because they had to worry about Foles in the passing game. But obviously
that's gone.
Yeah. And then the biggest worry quarterback this week was Jacoby Brissett.
Yeah.
Who was okay.
Yeah.
Wasn't terrible.
He was.
They gave Mac 25 carries.
Yeah.
Like
174 yards he got out of it.
Yeah, and then T.Y. Hilton still looked unbelievable.
Yeah.
And that's against a good Chargers DBs.
I mean, people were saying as well that he could fit in and not
be amazing,
not completely ruin the offense, but like
I think he's good. Like the year he was a starter, he went 4-11. But they didn't have the best offensive line in the fucking league.
Like now they have way more than they had back
then. They have Marlon Mack and they have Naheem Hines who could throw in there. Like the T.Y. Hilton looks,
and he didn't even do bad. He 21 completions for 27 attempts is not bad.
No, all he had to do was not throw picks.
Yeah, and that's what he did really.
He kept him in the game. They only lost 30-24.
Yeah,
like he kept him in the game the whole game.
Overtime as well.
Yeah, like that's what I mean. Like they're good. Like I think they're still. I think I had them missing the playoffs, but they'll be close.
Yeah.
Like I think
they won't be awful.
Yeah, like I think he'll keep them in games. He might win them games, but he'll keep them close enough that their defenses needs to step it up again. Like Malik Hooker finally was healthy. That one-handed interception.
Yeah.
Like they look decent on defense.
And I mean, this game was like a perfect example of how you expect them to go now for the rest of the season.
Close, but maybe not.
Maybe not losses all the time because it is the Chargers and it was a tough game to start off with.
And Austin Eckler just caused Melvin going to lose about $8 million now. A year because mother sweet God. Like I know that defense isn't great, but sweet God, like he had 3 touchdowns all game, 154 total yards.
Yeah,
like he looked like an absolute beast. And like we said that Justin Jackson be okay. Justin Jackson wasn't great. It was Eckler the entire game.
Yeah,
didn't rush for many. Got a lot of passing yards. But like if Rivers can do that, like they went from Gordon last year, who's an incredible runner, and now they have Eckler. They can swap it up a bit. Like Eckler's still got 80 yards rushing. Something like that?
58.
Never mind. But like still, he's decent enough that you have to worry about him. But now you have a passing game out of it.
Yeah.
And
he got 96 yards in the passing. So.
Yeah. And you have still have Allen. You still have Wonder Williams is still there.
Hunter Henry did go down though.
Yeah, that could hurt them a lot.
Yeah.
But again, their defense, Boza and Ingram were fucking unbelievable.
Yeah.
So like,
I mean, it does go badly for Gordon for the argument that you can just slot another guy into that team and he'll do just as well, because that's exactly what's happened.
It added a lot to the whole argument the league is having of you don't need you can have a decent running back and get rid of the best one. Like Le'Veon Bell kind of backed up for his, and then Gordon's kind of fucked it now, really.
Yeah.
Like, I think if Gordon was there, they would have won handier, but they would have won differently.
Yeah.
So, like,
I think his time was this off-season just gone. Like, if he'd got the move done, there wouldn't have been any of this. Look what Eckler's doing. You're clearly not
he should have
what you think you were.
Yeah, like, I think it would have been different in a different situation, but you knew Eckler was decent. We knew Jackson was good, and now Eckler...
Because, like, even at the end of last season, when Gordon got injured, this is what Eckler was doing, but it was only like 1 or 2 games, so we couldn't really be like, see, Eckler is the exact same thing. It's just the team is good enough to run that. And especially with the way the league is going, when you need a pass-heavy running back. Yeah. So, like, you need to kind of get with it, really, which is what Eckler kind of does. But yeah, it's not a good look for Melvin Gordon.
And then the red-headed monster turned up for a game this season. Where this came from, I have no idea.
Not a clue.
Like, I understand that Seattle defense isn't that good, but like Andy Dalton's not that good either.
And they passed all over them.
Yeah, Mixon nothing.
51 attempts.
Yeah.
51 passing plays were run.
And even cut my boy Jeff Driscoll after it. Didn't even care anymore. They don't even care anymore.
Austin's guy. 51 passes, go.
That's like...
Jesus.
And I hope... I don't like it.
They had 14 rushing attempts in total for the game.
Yeah, like...
we were thinking their only light was the rush.
I think that's what they lost, in my opinion. I ran Mixon more.
Yeah.
You might
mix it up a bit.
Yeah, like John Ross.
51.
John Ross 158 yards, 2 touchdowns. But when you think about it,
that would tend to happen when you pass the ball 51 times.
And like, the only thing is they passed it 51 times, but like I think people are kind of like, oh, Andy Dalton's fine now. He's not.
Yeah, no.
400 yards, 2 touchdowns on 50 attempts. You should have 4 or 5 touchdowns and 400 yards. Like if that was Breeze or Brady,
like where did those 400 yards go?
Yeah, it's just
that's the length of the field 4 times.
Yeah, it's almost like just got like their defense was very good. They got 4 sacks, which is not a thing they do.
Yeah,
Karras Dunlap, Jim Atkins, all them were like, I think who was it? Kirkpatrick got a sack. Like their defense showed a lot more than you think they would.
Yeah.
So they got them more touches more than they should have, but they didn't. Like we said, like they had 2 touchdowns on 50 attempts. Yeah. You need more than that if you want to win games.
And I mean, the Bengals had a lot more of the ball than the Seahawks had.
Yeah, and the Seahawks still won.
Yeah.
Like, and Russ, the thing with Russ
something's clearly wrong there.
Like with them, how much did they rush the Seahawks?
25. Like, and I mean, Carson was clearly picked as their main guy because he had 15. So
like, they didn't get that going really, and they still had like DK Metcalf looked really like he's so physical in that game.
89 yards in his first game. So
like, and it was like when he got the ball, it's like you're not getting him down that easy. When you put in the air, he's going to eat you alive.
Yeah,
he looks like their main guy already. And like
Lockett was a disappointment.
1 catch and it was touchdown.
Yeah,
like that. 40 yards. That's the thing. Like, I think. Who does it remind me of? Oh,
Lockett.
Yeah, that situation of like DK is like he might get the ball all the time, but like Lockett is still that playmaker for them. Like, no matter what, like it is actually no. It's like the way with Doug Baldwin.
Yeah,
it's like he just slots it. Like you were worried about them not being able to do. Yeah, and he's a lot bigger than Doug Baldwin was.
Yeah,
this man is I'm not tackling a fella who's 2 million pounds and has a baby pacifiers in his mouth during the game. I'm not.
Yeah, no, that's terrifying.
Touching that kind of man. Like, and then like and then the big fella they were looking at was Clowney. Got a sack, got a pass deflection, 2 tackles for a loss. Clowney he's slotted in real nice in that defense.
Yeah.
So that defense could get a lot better. But there's not much else to say about that game because it's just weird that we saw the Bengals staying there. And I don't like. I picked John Ross up with my fantasy because I think he's going to be our main guy. But I don't see him blowing up that often anymore against the better DBs in this league. Like,
yeah, and it's nice to see Carson used as much as he was used.
Yeah, because last year they had so many running backs.
Last year they had about 15 running backs going between them every time, and now it looks like Carson's actually the guy.
Yeah, and I was glad because he was a standout guy from them last season.
Because he was 15 carries and then 7 targets in the passing game as well.
Yeah, so like that's weird for him.
Yeah,
but he's the kind of guy who can bowl fellas over in the screen pass, isn't he?
Yeah.
So he's good to have in there.
And I mean, Lockett only had 2 targets the whole game. So that's a weird one.
Yeah.
Considering everyone was expecting him to be the guy.
Yeah, you don't know what they're trying to do. But like I said, the Bengals defense was getting to Russ a lot. So you're not.
And Metcalf.
Yeah. So.
They didn't have much ball. Maybe next week when they have more ball.
Yeah.
If they have more ball.
You make them better or worse.
We'll see.
And then the weirdest one is the same when yours, the Arizona game.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
What, like, first of all, we had that instance where, I'm not sure it might have been Justin Pugh, I'm not sure, who tried to jump over Kyler Murray.
Yeah, no.
If that's not an indication of you might go for them, or for your own lineman knees you in the head, or like thinks I can jump over him, he's 5'10", that could not be good for a quarterback's confidence. Where like, did you just try and jump over me? But you
just try and hop? Have you seen the size of you?
You need me in the face. Yeah. Like they off to tear like a fucking horrendous start. They had no points in the first 6 drives, and then all of a sudden they had 18 points in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
So it's like that's. I think that's a.
They were lucky to be playing the Lions.
Yeah.
That's all you can really say.
Because that
about
defense didn't take advantage of what they gave them. Because, like, I think it's a good testament what Kyler did. Because like Kyler struggled through all the game, the first 2 quarters, didn't get it going. They passed it 54 times.
Yeah, another one of those.
So that's showing that that's the way their game's going to go, which is understandable because David Johnson's a good runner, but he's also good at receiving, so he's going to be using the game. Yeah. So like, he had 82 yards and 18 carries, 55 yards receiving for David Johnson, which is good for them. But like I said, Kyler started off wrong, but still threw a touchdown, and threw a touchdown late in the game. Yeah. 308 yards. Yeah. He still didn't run a lot, which is surprising.
And it is his first game.
Yeah, so like it's like he obviously struggled.
And he got kneed in the face.
Yeah. So like he struggled a lot to start the game, which is understandable. And you got a lot of people that jumped on him straight, like he's screwed, that's it. Yeah. But he kind of said like throughout the game he got more.
He grew into
comfortable.
it.
Yeah. His offense still put up 27 points. On a team that I thought their defensive line once he gets fully healthy with. Snacks and Trey Flowers and Quan Short and Dontre Poe, like all these guys will come back and like they'll get better, but he still put 27 points up, which is good for him. When they're Kennard for the fucking Lions, possibly their worst guy, got to Kyler 3 times.
Oh yeah.
Like that's your least dangerous pass rusher getting your that's not a good sign for the offensive line, which is another thing. Like, and then we have to look at T.J. Hawkinson, who I kind of disrespected. Because I thought, because him and Noah Fant came from the same school, same college, but they just looked at Hawkinson every single play. Yeah. He's 6 receptions, 131 yards, but he made a lot of it. So like,
and Amendola as well.
Yeah. So like Stafford did that kind of thing where Stafford does. Like Stafford's going to be good, but he's not been great. Yeah. That kind of way. Kerryon Johnson wasn't used. He's used a bit, but like obviously the plays.
I find it weird how little Jones was used.
Marvin Jones.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. It's like they went
4 targets when Amendola got 13.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like Amendola's not having those kind of like you'd send Marvin on a deep post route while you send on the most dangerous play in the NFL Amendola on a slant. So like on the safest play in the NFL as well. Yeah. And like like Stafford has that speed on his throws that's going to get to him. It's safe. Yeah. It's going straight to him. So like it's weird what they're going to go. And what game's next now? Because I liked the way Kyler was in that game. That's why I kind of finished it. I liked the way he got back into it.
I think just the highlight from that game, considering it ended in a draw as well, is just imagine being a quarterback in your first game of the season and seeing your own offensive lineman turn around, and this man is huge and Kyler Murray is small, and he just thought, I'm running towards my own quarterback. He's really small. I'll try and jump him. As a huge, enormous man.
Why not run towards him?
Face.
Just don't run towards him. Don't turn around and go towards
him. Why he was doing that in the first place, I'm not sure.
He's trying to be a hero. It's like, oh, I'm going to run back, save him. You're not. You're running right
like, all you do as an offensive lineman is stand there and you block. Yeah. Why is he turning around and running at his own quarterback?
Don't face your quarterback. It's like a number rule. Don't face him.
Don't face him and then run at him, especially. Yeah.
And now we go to
Niners.
Who we thought another disappointing quarterback was Jimmy G. That offense was fucking horrendous.
It was pretty bad, yeah.
They got saved by their defense getting as many picks as they did last season. Yeah. 2 pick sixes, which is Sherman, who I'm delighted did because last year got
more picks than they got last season. They had 2 last season.
Yeah.
3 in this game.
Yeah, so like their defense, which I'm glad because I want their defense to be good because I liked Nick Bosa when I draft. I liked why am I blanking?
And you gotta want Richard Sherman to do good.
Yeah. Like I liked their defense coming into it. So Bosa got to the quarterback 3 times. We got 1 sack, but he got there 3 times. Yeah, he got 2 to the quarterback, which is a very good sign for him. And he's shrugging fellas off like Triller and all that. Yeah. Tampa Bay line. So like Tampa Bay really should have taken advantage of Jimmy G in that run game not going whatsoever. Matt Breida did fuck all. Like, Jimmy G only got not even 170 yards, didn't he?
166. Yeah.
Like, he didn't look good.
1 touchdown, 1 pick.
Yeah, like he didn't look comfortable whatsoever there.
Yeah.
Did he throw a pick? He did. Yeah, so that's not a good sign for that offense.
And their running backs were kind of all over the place. They didn't looks like they didn't really know what to do.
No, like you should
spread between Mostert, Breida, and Coleman.
Yeah, and that defensive line, they've lost Jerry McCoy, they've lost Ndamukong Suh the last couple of years. Like, give Matt Breida the ball.
Yeah.
Like,
he had 15 carries, but he went nowhere with it.
Yeah, it's weird because like Kyle Shanahan's one of the best play calling offensive men in coaches in the league, but like I don't know what he's going to do with Jimmy G.
Yeah.
Like, what's his name? Mullins looked better than more comfortable than Jimmy G last year.
Yeah.
Like, it is his first game, and we can't freak out, but like you should be taking advantage of that Tampa Bay team. And like,
at least they got the win, is all you can say.
Yeah, and Winston still struggled with 5 turnovers. So.
And targets wise, good God, amongst their receivers, they had Kittle targeted 10 times, and then the next most targeted was 3, Tevin Coleman.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Good God.
You can't, especially when you've guys like Goodwin, who's a 99.
Goodwin and Pettis both had 1 catch.
Yeah, that's weird. Like, they need to design more plays that aren't just. But you don't know.
Kittle.
Yeah, but like, is this? Was this? Well, we didn't catch the game, but like, was it? I saw stuff, and like, is it that you're designing plays, but Kittle's the only one getting open?
Yeah.
Like, is it like you've Pettis and Goodwin have all the speed, but do they have the same IQ as Kittle does? Like, so you wonder.
Or is it just that Jimmy G is focusing in on Kittle because of the season he had? Cause
is it him worried about
record-breaking yards?
Yeah, is it him worried about like I need to get it someone safer?
Yeah.
Like that's not how you're going to win with that team.
Yeah.
And then like we said, the defense, Nick Bosa looks strong. Thank fuck.
Yeah.
And him, the 2 Bosa had a very good first day.
And in the next game, not sure we want to go there yet, to be honest. But we have to. So the Patriots.
First of all, can you believe that this team, barring his fucking whole sexual assault situation sorts itself out, which we have no idea if it's true, like literally, because it's in the Patriots camp now, you're going to figure nothing out.
Yeah.
Like, Antonio Brown hasn't even said anything about it.
And there's so many cases with like, and not to bring it down or anything, but there's so many times where sexual assault is just thrown at someone.
Yeah.
Just because it can be.
Especially athletes. A lot of time they do it.
Yeah.
But it's just coincidental that.
Yeah, as soon as he's gone to the Patriots, it's like, oh look, new scandal, here we go.
The biggest guy, like. And I hope that I didn't. First of all,
the thing you sent me was the evidence, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's
or at least
in court.
What's being looked at. Good God,
he's a very well-spoken guy. That sounds like some.
It looks like it's all made up.
Yeah,
to be honest.
So it's worrying. But like I said, it's in the Patriots camp now. You're going to hear fucking nothing about it. And Dwayne Brown's not going to speak about it because now he's in.
Because he's being shackled.
Yeah, he's not. He's not going to be allowed to do it now. He had his first training camp all season properly.
Yeah. With
the Patriots, with number 1, just makes no odds anyway. Probably all that's left.
Yeah.
But like this team was fucking unstoppable, and like the thing was, but
the
thing I loved the most about it was obviously 340 yards, 3 touchdowns. But like say Sonny Michel struggled a lot running the ball.
Yeah.
Still handed the ball to him. Like, still got 15 carries.
Yep.
Like he's still
15 carries, 14 yards.
It's just that thing of the Patriots. Like they adapt during the game, but also they didn't veer away from what they're trying to do.
They don't abandon.
Yeah, it's like last year didn't have obviously last year Philip Brissett was not this good. We didn't have Josh Gordon all season long, who looked ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like he just looks like the touchdown he caught, he was going down, stayed up, and still went.
Oh yeah.
He looks like a man
painful,
possessed. Like I want to show
it's the type of shit where you see, oh look, that receiver's made an amazing. Oh, it's a Patriots.
Yeah.
Why does it have to be the Patriots?
So and then Rex Burkhead was great out the backfield. Like him and White got 10 receptions put together. I think altogether, 5 each. Like Dorsett was 95 yards, 2 touchdowns on 4 catches. Who else was there? Edelman was still solid. 80 yards. Yeah. Like seeing that team.
The yards are evenly dispersed.
Oh, the game was beautiful. You
can give it to anyone. And now you have Antonio Brown coming into that as well.
The fact you got rid of Demarius Thomas.
But yeah, because you have too many receivers.
That's another thing. Like I know we'll go back to the game and stuff, but like thinking about like the Patriots and what they do and how they work, like Antonio Brown just got there. That sexual assault thing must not have, that kind of just popped up. And then say I put it together now. Like, you get him, then you see how well the team plays. You drop Demarius Thomas.
Yeah.
That's a weapon. Like if you don't have Antonio Brown, you would have wanted a Demarius Thomas.
Yeah.
So I think that the Patriots must know. I hope anyway that they know what the facts are. They know that Antonio's more than likely innocent.
Yeah.
Because like otherwise, why would you drop a weapon when you might lose one?
Yeah.
Like, fair enough, they looked unbelievable without him, and it might just be a case of it doesn't matter if we have him or not. Look what we just did. But I think the Patriots know. And
it could even be just like a public vote of confidence.
Yeah. Even though like you're not gonna say it, like Bill Leary said, I'm not talking about it.
Yeah.
Like.
I mean, they're all saying it. That's the way it should be, really, with stuff like that.
And I can't imagine the Patriots not knowing about something like that.
Yeah.
And then, like, we didn't... The only worry about me was the fact... It didn't really worry me, but, like, we don't even want to talk about the fucking... Big Ben was overthrowing people left and right. Big Ben did not look good and kind of shut him up about that.
As we expected.
I'm glad, like, Juju was not getting open. Fair enough, we're arguably the best DBs in the league. Like, Jonathan Jones, Stephon Gilmore, Devin McCourty, Jason McCourty, JC Jackson, my favourite one. Yeah. Like, our DBs were ridiculous. Yeah. They locked everybody out. Devin McCourty looked like he's 12 years old again.
And I mean, Roethlisberger threw the ball 47 times, and you don't see him not rack up huge numbers.
Yeah.
With 47 attempts usually. And
like I said when the projection started, their defense is not good.
Yeah.
They cannot stop one thing in that. Like this, like the run defense. Like I said, was all they have. The defensive line is solid enough to it. All them. Their DBs are horrendous. Took advantage of. That's what's going to happen all season if they keep going that way.
I mean 33-3 is...
Yeah,
it's a whitewash, really.
So, and with an old quarterback. So,
to see that at the start of the season from the Patriots as well is terrifying.
Usually we start off slow.
Yeah, exactly.
And now we've, like, this is arguably, I can't remember, bar maybe Wes Welker and Randy Moss, but like, that's all we had then. Now we have Dorsett, who's looking good, Josh Gordon, who's still at, like, he was a top 10, top 5 wide receiver a couple of years ago. Like, he led the league before in yards for all his drug problems. There's him. Sonny Michel is a great running back. James White is a hybrid running back. You have tight end. We didn't need them. I think he's got one catch, maybe 2 catches.
Oh, have you seen the thing about Gronk?
They might, yeah. I'm staying away from it because I don't want to get my hopes up.
Because the Demaryius Thomas thing was supposed to be like, oh look, we made a roster spot for Gronk.
Yeah, and they put eyes.
Yeah.
So I think Gronk's is playing to that to get.
I really hope so.
Yeah,
he's the type of guy who'd do that as well.
Yeah, so he's just bored.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Patriots look like what we thought they'd be.
Oh, my phone has died.
Super favourites.
No more stats.
I have things, yeah.
And I also want to ask as well, because I've seen it there and I hadn't seen anything about it. Edelman threw a pass for 32 yards. Yeah. What the hell?
Oh, first of all, quarterback.
I saw nothing about it.
Did you see him play?
No.
Oh, it was lovely.
Always lovely one.
It's good because I love seeing, because like last year we were so downhill running, I formation, run the ball, then pass it if you can. Now like we're going back to like, it's almost like Bill said, Sean McVay, I'm me. And like, honestly, obviously it was just one play, but like everything looked fabulous in the first place. Like they're spreading the field, everyone's getting open, the whole thing was beautiful to watch.
Yeah.
It was like a piece of art. But like seeing, like he threw it, like Brady got a snap, threw it to Edelman faked it out, like took his first read downfield, wasn't ever going there. James White opposite field, pinged over James White, first down, done.
Jesus.
Like it was a beautiful thing to watch. That's what it was, and it's good. It's
a Patriots thing to watch.
It's great seeing Bill. It's actually probably more Josh McDaniels, but two of them anyway, whatever, doing that kind of situation where they're going back to like, release me. We're not doing that down running the whole time all day now. Yeah. We're going to kind of.
Or I mean, they always mix it up season to season. Yeah. It's just amazing how it works every time.
Yeah, and you have to give credit to Josh McDaniels, because like I said, Bill, but like Bill's our defensive coordinator as well. People know defensive coordinator. So a lot of it is down to Josh McDaniels. So I think he's got a lot of credit.
Yeah.
I think next, because you know we're leaving your game to last, because that's the most heartbreaking one. The best game of the week. 3 lead changes in the last minute of the game. New Orleans and Houston. New Orleans took it 30-28 with a walk-off field goal.
Longest of Will Lutz's career.
58.
Yeah.
A lot.
Good
goal. And he took it, he didn't care. Gone.
Yeah.
The ball weaved weird.
It's nice to see that happen though, because you've kickers missing left, right and centre on short kicks, especially last season. Then Will Lutz, ping.
It's hopefully this year's going back to the year of like kickers make kicks. That's the end of it.
I mean, did you see Vinatieri?
Yeah.
Missed 2 extra points in a field goal. What the hell?
I think he said he hadn't missed point after attempt since like 2001.
Yeah.
Something ridiculous like that.
And he missed 2. Or else he missed 2 field goals in one of them.
I think he missed a field goal. Oh, maybe it was first game he missed a field goal and a point after attempt since like 2001 or something. It wasn't great. But I'm going to get over the biggest talk point I want to get to is the Deshaun Watson. So I'm going to get rid of the whole Saints situation, because like we had Kamara, unbelievable.
I mean, as far as I saw, it was the Saints of last year continued.
Yeah, so. Basically. Breeze only had 2 touchdowns, 370 yards through a pick.
And Murray did plug in pretty well, didn't he? Was it not Latavius Murray?
Sorry, yeah, he was there.
What in the hell?
He did do well, but it was still Kamara's game.
Yeah, I know.
150 total yards. No don't need a touchdown all game. But Michael Thompson didn't catch either. Ted Ginn got a touchdown.
Yeah, but Michael Thomas got 120 plus?
Yards.
Yeah.
On 10 catches. I think he did the most receptions of the day of the weekend.
It's a Julio Jones performance I've ever seen one.
He looked like he did last year. Like, throw it up, I've got it. Leave it alone.
Yeah.
But and Kamara looked unbelievable, making fellas miss again. Like, I think he did the most missed broken tackles again. He just he's 97 yards rushing. He's close to 100, and then he had whatever that adds up to 150 maths. But
quick maths.
Yeah. Then we want to get to most. It was first of all, the wide receiver duo was ridiculous because take instead of 100 yards, motherfucking god. that defense for Houston, like I said, was horrendous.
Yeah.
But Michael Thomas 123 yards, Hopkins 111, 2 touchdowns, and making catches look simple again, and suplexing people. Because when Deshaun threw that pick, Hopkins like mother sweet divine. And just flipped him. Yeah. So that was beautiful to see. You love to see it.
That was great.
I don't care. All these people complaining, it's a ruffle. This is what you're supposed to do. It's the way football was played back in the day. Let them do it again. So Hopkins, ridiculous again. Stills got a touchdown in his first game. Kenny Stills plugged in fairly nicely. Run game was nowhere. Carter side run, I think he just over 10 carries. Didn't really do much. But Deshaun Watson, we've gone back to the same shit again. Sacked 6 times. Nobody was sacked as much as Deshaun Watson again. And he's still...
How does that just continue on for another season?
268 yards, 3 touchdowns, only 1 reception. When you get him hit that many times, you should be throwing more.
Yeah.
And his rushing touchdown he looked impressive. Deshaun Watson is a top 5 quarterback, and I'm getting sick of it. Yeah. I didn't have him there. Now
and he's getting ruined by his line.
It's just, like, you drafted so hard, you traded for Laramie Tunsil, you've done all this stuff. I hate Bill O'Brien. Because they cannot...
Imagine what Deshaun Watson is with an offensive line in front of him that doesn't leak.
Put him on the Colts. 20 touchdowns a game.
Yeah.
It's just fucking... It's just so annoying because it's just... If he was it's like RG3 of bear with me a second. Not in the fact Deshaun Watson is 10 times more talented than Robert Griffin was, but he has the speed of Robert Griffin and the athleticism of Robert Griffin.
Yeah.
But his team is not built around him well enough.
No.
Will Fuller look fantastic again? Deshaun Watson, John Hopkins, obviously unbelievable. Yeah. Kenny Stills looks really sad.
But I mean, you have all that happening. You have a quarterback who's easily top 10, scraping top 5, while he's getting eaten alive by the other team.
It's just you can't how he's not he played last year with bruised rib and stuff.
Oh yeah, bruised everything.
All that his career's not going to last very long if they don't cop the fuck on.
Yeah.
This year, whatever you've got, you gave a lot away. You've got picks for David Clowney. You're gonna they can't fix their defense because they have to fix their offensive line.
Yeah. And
that's the worst part about it. They're not a team where obviously 28 points gets a decent a bad defensive backcourt for them, but obviously they have.
The Saints are not someone who should be running through you.
No, Cameron Jordan's very good. Obviously, they lost. I'm pretty sure they lost Davenport. I'm off the top of my head, didn't watch the game, saw it afterwards. But your run game isn't there again because I thought Carside would be good, but again that defensive line for the Saints has always been solid. They're going to be solid, but they're not. They're a good run stopping defense. Bar Cameron Jordan, who gets to the quarterback. Cameron Jordan gets 6 sacks.
Yeah, exactly.
That defensive line got you six times. And it's not because Deshaun Watson's rolling out when he shouldn't. Deshaun's rolling out when he fucking has to.
Yeah, when he has to run away.
And he's still throwing bombs. He's still putting where it's supposed to be 20 or 30, and you're throwing 1 pick, and you're getting sacked 6 times.
I think you put a good offensive line in front of Deshaun Watson, and that's easily one of the best offenses in the league.
It is, completely. All you're missing is running back, but the Patriots worked well running back.
Yeah, and I mean Deshaun Watson can be your running back if you give him time.
Yeah, and the plays he runs on, they're not designed runs.
Yeah, he's doing they'll run away and make something of it.
Yeah, so it's he's a generational talent that we're not seeing the best of because
he's being eaten.
Yeah, and the offense, we saw it. DeAndre Hopkins is making catches when Watson's put in the right place. DeAndre Hopkins has to make the catch.
Yeah,
but Bill O'Brien's not the right coach to be there whatsoever. I'm fucking sick of him. The fact they still won't get. You're still losing games, but you're still not getting
an
offensive coordinator. Same shit for the same fella.
Yeah.
Get an offense coordinator. You have no GM the fucking thing. Get someone else.
It's like the exact same from last year. Like, you have... Their offense is doing everything it needs to do. Like, if you take out the offensive line.
I feel like a Texans fan. Last 2 seasons.
Like, their offense is going huge, but it can't go huge enough. Like, because it's being flattened.
Say sacked 6 times, threw about 30 times, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah. And they're close in every game for the same reason.
Get him down to 3 sacks. At least.
And that's a lot of sacks.
For the love of God. Because that's 3 extra passes probably.
Yeah.
That's at least 1 more touchdown.
Yeah.
So that would have won the game. That would have been, rather than 28, it would have been 35.
Yeah.
Boom, 35-30. You wouldn't be worrying about it.
Yeah.
It's just fucking Rex Med. I'm just sick of them. And now, the last game, which was kind of a bit of a dumpster fire, really. Not really. It was surprising because of how good Oakland looked. Because they won 24-16. That was the late game on Monday.
Yeah.
They, like...
I have one question because I didn't see. How did Noah Fant do?
I think he had 56 yards. Looked alright.
It'll do.
But like, when I tell you, like,
it's a solid start.
Cortland Sutton had 7 receptions, 120 yards.
Yeah.
Then Sanders had 86 yards and 5 receptions. They finally look like they could be a top duo in the league.
Yeah.
But you Joe Flacco. You don't go there.
Exactly.
He looked alright. He didn't throw any picks, which is what you kind of want from him. Like the run game during the get going, because Philip Lindsay, they kind of swapped around a lot. They actually ran a lot. I think Philip and Royce Freeman had 10 rushes. But again, like,
which you can expect because Joe Flacco.
Yeah, but like it is kind of just the two of them. Their defense was disappointing because they'd be hyped up a lot this season with Bradley Chubb there, and Von Miller, arguably 2 best edge guys on the team anyway. The 2 of them, they didn't really get anywhere. Like Carr didn't get sacked actually. Carr didn't get touched.
Oh Jesus.
That's a lot because they gave away Coleccio Assembly, like they gave away their best offensive lineman, and Carr looked solid. 259 yards, never touched a touchdown. And then my boy, who I was hoping would be good this year, was Jonathan Jacobs, the running back, who I thought would be very good. What I loved the fact was only 85 yards and 23 carries, but they gave him to 23 times. Yeah. And his 2 touchdowns, you put him in the they were in both red zone touchdowns. He got in.
Yeah.
That's what he's there for.
What more can you ask from a running back, really?
Yeah, and I was surprised at Gruden. He got 28 receiving yards, so he's used as well. And then our defense, Cleveland Fellow, I told you, looked horrible all preseason. He got a sack, and Abrams and some other, I can't remember who got. Some other fella got 2 sacks, but that was just because their offensive line is terrible. Yeah. Barr, the fella who looked, I think he might have been a top graded Flash.
My dog has entered the room now, so you're going to hear a lot of breathing in the background. Can you go to bed? That's not happening. No. It's not happening, boys.
Risner. I think it's Deonta Risner.
You love to see it.
Oh, Flash.
The mascot Flash is in, boys. He's in.
I don't want to play with you. Yeah, Deonta Risner was arguably the best offensive lineman of the weekend, along with I think it was Warford for the Saints. They're both they're solid, but again the Broncos defense wasn't great. The offense isn't nothing flashy with Joe Flacco, even though Sutton and thing look.
I mean, it's nice to just see the Raiders win with all they've been through in the off season, to be honest.
And seeing the most upsetting thing is you respect him for it, but you're kind of pissed off at him. Is Jonathan Abrams playing through? It was his hip. He had like a torn labrum and and rotator cuff. That was the first half. He played through that. You kind of think like, if he didn't play through that, would
it be as bad as it is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Oh, lovely.
That would have been death.
Cool.
But yeah, he looked fantastic when he played his ball off, but now he's out for the season. Yeah. With that injury, and they're not getting to the playoffs, so you kind of missed out a lot of him. So that's kind of all you can say about that game, really. Mm-hmm. So we're gonna go back to year game, which was.
Do we even want to go on to the Giants, boys?
I have it actually put in there.
I might have a whole rant video coming out of the Giants.
Yeah, I actually didn't even take any notes for it, because I left a few.
Good.
Because that was
horrendous.
12 carries. It was 11-12 carries for Saquon Barkley.
I actually can't even begin to put into words.
I just want to put out there, Jonathan Jacobs, a rookie, had 10 more carries than Saquon Barkley did. And
I just can't.
Your offensive line's gotten better.
I'm seething just thinking about it.
Your offensive line's gotten better. There's no excuse for the offensive line anymore.
Saquon Barkley, in the first few drives of the game,
70 yards.
Looked like a god. and it looked like, oh my god, we're finally doing what we need to do. Then what happened? What happened?
Wayne Gallman got a touchdown.
I don't understand the mindset. Who calls the plays? I think it's Pat Shurmur.
Probably.
It might be Pat Shurmur who calls the plays. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but whoever is calling the plays is a dumbass. They had 3rd and 1. I don't know where it was exactly, but it was very close to the red zone. They had a 3rd and 1. Didn't give it to Saquon. They had a 4th and 1, and they decided to let Eli try and move rather than give it to Saquon again. I just can't even deal. And the misuse on probably the best running back in the NFL is disgusting.
But why? I don't understand. We understand the defense is horseshit, but
the defense is full of young people who just don't know what they're doing. So
I like DeAndre Baker. What out there?
I mean, there's people I like as well, but good god.
But first of all, you might have the worst defensive. We'll stay away from defense because we knew they were going to be bad.
Yeah, they're all young guys who
Dexter Lawrence will be good. You're playing with 3, which is
we did with the defense what we needed to do, and that was revamp the whole thing. Now we just have a bunch of young guys.
Yeah, well, Barrett,
who are probably going to get embarrassed.
Antoine Bethea, which is pretty old.
And Jabril Peppers.
Oh my god, don't talk about him. Yeah, I don't Eli looked okay.
He did until the second half.
But why is he being rolled out as often as he is?
I have no idea.
For that play, obviously, it's not that
the play calling in the New York Giants is dog shit.
You ran the ball 70 times, but only 11 of them were Barkley. You passed it 48 times.
Yeah, and about this far. About this far every time. Eli Manning has turned into a check down machine.
And that's the thing, this game was defensive, and their defense was good. But your offense, Eli only got sacked once.
Yeah,
that's very good.
He had the time. He was just shit.
But the more annoying thing is your quarterback's that good against the likes of DeMarcus Lawrence and all them, who are good, very good, top tier defensive linemen. Van Der Esch is there, Jalen Smith is there. But why, if your offensive line's being that good, offensive line is good, open a hole, send a sack down there.
And that's literally what happened for one play, and then that was it.
Yeah, and he used it in the pass game. He got
the offensive line was doing exactly what you need to put in front of Saquon Barkley, and it worked perfectly. They made a hole, Saquon ran, and it was what?
Yeah.
20-30 yard play maybe? Maybe even more.
70. Maybe not that, it was 50.
Yeah.
It was a lot.
It was a lot right at the start of the game, and you're like, oh my god, yes, this is what needs to happen every play. Obviously not every play, but
I think there's positives.
That was it.
Yeah, there's positives you could take from it. The fact your offensive line looked good.
Literally, we started perfect. You couldn't ask for a better start, obviously, with touchdown on the first drive.
Yeah.
But
and you could take away
second half was abysmal.
Barkley looked good, wasn't used enough. There's stuff that you can fix. Better defense.
The play calling.
Yeah.
Just the play calling. You can fix it.
You can that's obviously I hate you, but you have to take Daniel Jones looked okay in his drive.
He did, and then he fumbled it.
Well, yeah.
Because of another stupid play call.
Yeah, and then Evan Ingram looked unbelievable.
Oh no, I think that was actually Daniel Jones' fault. I think he scrambled when he shouldn't have.
Yeah, but that's he's put in for a drive. Yeah. He knows he put in there to just for sake of I would rather keep him out that late in the game, because then you're telling him.
I wanted to put him in the entire fourth quarter or something.
He was in there, he knew in his you're putting a quarterback in there knowing in his head I'm only put in for dumpster minutes.
Yeah.
Why the fuck am I in here for?
Yeah, and he's supposed to be the future.
Yeah, and Evan Ingram then 11 receptions, 116 yards. He looks like a wide receiver.
He looked absolutely.
He is not tight end. He's a wide receiver.
He was good in the blocking game as well. Hello.
Yeah, well, there you go. See, and Latimer. Oh my God, Latimer's target is 8 times.
Ingram looked good. Shepard looked alright.
He did. He caught his passes.
But then, just no.
Cody Latimer looks like a guy who's going to make plays, but he was targeted 8 times and had 3 receptions.
Yeah.
I don't remember him dropping any. I remember the passes not being put it is the fact play call comes to a lot of it, but again it is Eli's
decision making is not great as well. There was one point I remember where we weren't out of the game yet. We were down, and probably down by 2 scores, I would say. But we weren't out of it yet. And Eli Manning was throwing check down after check down. Very, very short passes, if somebody doesn't know what a check down is. He should be throwing to get down the field to score right now, because we need points right now to get back in the game. Yeah. But he's just no, I'm safe, here you go. Yeah, dump it off, and then somebody's tackled after making maybe 3 yards.
Yeah, Saquon had 4 receptions for 19 yards and Longs was 9 yards. That kind of tells you, but he's targeted 6 times. So that's panic.
Yeah.
That's not design plays, that's
Eli Manning.
Please get open. And it's like, but the thing is, it's annoying because you're obviously not going to put Saquon's not the kind of guy. He's not receiving back. He's just such a good back. Like if you pass to him, he'll make something over it. So most thing. But like, you don't need him blocking in there anymore because your offensive line is half decent.
Yeah.
Like you have enough for blitz and stuff, but like use him, give him 20 carries a game. He's not going to get injured.
Abuse him.
Man's legs are trees. Like he's a really tough guy. He wants the ball that often.
Yeah. He's even a captain now. He should be like leading.
That's what I mean.
Goal.
Like, but he can't lead if he's given one
nothing.
Least, like of the top running backs, he's used the least.
Yeah.
So like it's like we said, it's a lot of stuff you can fix. So you're kind of hoping.
I just want to know what happened because we were so good at the start.
Well,
it's like we were like, okay, all these plays were doing good. We even had the play that I called for the touchdown where it was a fake to Barkley, which maybe shouldn't have been. Then it went to Evan Engram, but it worked. And you can understand it because you're thinking, oh, they're going to think a Barkley run. And that was perfect. So play calling was good. And it was like we gave the playbook to a child and went, here you go, point at something you want us to do.
I think it was a lot of panic because, like, I'm looking at Dak Prescott now. He had 4 touchdowns and 400 yards.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Their offense was...
Yeah.
Like, I think, like, Michael Gallup, who I kind of said he's not going to be that good.
There's a lot of people trying to defend the Giants' defense by saying we're playing a team that's in another...
league.
Yeah,
basically.
Like in another league completely. Like, they're way better than us anyway. But I don't think... I mean, it remains to be seen. Maybe they are that good this season. But I don't think they're that good. Like, what they were doing, I don't think they're going to do against other teams.
The biggest thing was they make Dak Prescott look like a top one, like the best quarterback.
Yeah, just before he's going to sign a new contract. So it's perfect for Dak.
Like Ezekiel Elliott was only 50 yards and 13 carries. The
they didn't use him much.
Like, they didn't need to because Michael Gallup 158 yards. Yeah. Amari Cooper 106 yards.
Dak was just throwing bombs that were being... It was the same kind of thing as Lamar Jackson against the Dolphins, for God's sake. He was just bombing.
Jason Witten was wide open. Like, they missed an assignment on him for that touchdown.
Oh my God.
So, like, he threw touchdowns. Blake Jarwin got touchdown. Jason Witten got touchdown. Randall Cobb and Amari Cooper.
Yeah.
All touchdowns.
Sure, why not? Just give one for everyone in the audience, really.
Yeah, so, and like, Heath looked good, very good in coverage. But like,
I mean, I can't really complain about the defense because, as I said, it is full of young guys.
Yeah,
but like...
You need to... The play calling isn't there either, so... Like, your team's just... Like I like DeAndre Baker a lot, like I said.
Yeah.
But
there's people saying that the defense is so bad, you can't expect anything from the offense. But,
Chiefs.
like, that's a load of bullshit.
Chiefs do it.
Yeah.
Like,
and I mean, if you actually watch the game and see what the offense is doing, you expect more than that, at least.
Definitely from the players. It's gone to a fact it can't just be... Like, the players aren't good enough, because you have Evan Engram... Yeah. Who looked, like I said, looked like a wide receiver. He looked like Gronk, but skinnier and faster.
Yeah.
Then you have...
And I'm not there for the excuse either that's Eli's used to having Odell Beckham who you can just dump it off to and Odell's gone. No. That's a load of shit. Eli Manning's been in the league how many years? He should know what he's doing.
Yeah, and like, Cody Latimer's there. He looked good.
Yeah.
Sterling Shepard's, I always think he's safe because he's a clever route runner. You have Saquon Barkley. That's 4 weapons you have straight away.
Yeah.
That's... up there with the top teams in the league.
Saquon just needs to be abused, and I'm not having anything until that happens.
Yeah. So, and then that's
week 1 done.
Yeah.
No, I'm not here to see that again.
And we're on 6 o'clock Sunday. Both of us again. Patriots. Yeah. Well, 6 o'clock our time, Ireland time.
Patriots play arguably the worst team in the league, if not the Giants.
Dolphins.
The Dolphins.
And
100 points for the Patriots. We're playing the Bills, who are the favourites for a game for the first time in 3 years.
It'll be a fun weekend. Oh, and an update on our fantasy. We both lost.
Oh yeah, we're shite.
I lost by 15.
I didn't lose by much, but I was behind the whole time, so...
Yeah, I've arguably the worst fantasy squad in the thing.
Aaron Jones let me down 4.9 points. What's that shit? Disgusting. I mean, DeAndre Hopkins got me 31 and it still couldn't save me.
I lied the best quarterback in the whole thing, so...
Who'd you have?
Lamar Jackson.
Oh, blood.
Yeah. Blood. My MVP. 101.
Yeah, no, I think I had the comeback in the bag because I had DeAndre Hopkins, but then I realised the guy against me had Michael Thomas. So kind of cancelled it.
Yeah, it turned out,
yeah. So, next week we might lose by less.
Yeah, we'll be back again. We're going to try and always get the recaps out before the Thursday night games.
Yeah.
Because we have
Wednesday, Thursday.
Yeah.
Ish.
So you have us kind of between Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah. And now there's nothing starting sooner than... Well, basketball's the start of October, middle of October. Still a while away. So it'll be heavy football for another while until the kind of start of the off-season, the pre-season NBA.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll get there. But it's going to be heavy football for next couple weeks.
Heavy pain.
Yeah.
MVP.
For some of us. And we'll check back in with... And so it was... I could be very happy. I could be very 50-50. I could be very sad.
I mean, even if Antonio Brown doesn't play for the season...
Yeah, that's 50-50.
If you keep going the way you did in the game 1...
I'll be upset and confused if he's not there. But I don't think I need him. So, we'll enjoy next week.
If there's a chance of the Patriots not torching the Dolphins, I'm going to be shocked.
If we get...
And I mean torching. I don't mean like winning by 10, 20 points.
I just want to see Antonio Brown.
Yeah.
You know what? As long as we win and Antonio Brown plays and I get to see what we had before. We haven't had a receiver like Randy Moss since Randy Moss.
Yeah.
We've had Gronk, who you can call, like I said before, you can call a receiver, but he's tight end.
Yeah.
We have not had one. We've had Danny Amendola, we've had Julian Edelman.
You've had people who the Patriots make look.
Yeah, Chris Hogan.
Godly.
We've had Philip Brissett was actually there before. Mother, I can't remember anyone. Was Welker was there before.
Lots of random guys you only know because they're on the Patriots.
Yes. Yeah.
And you don't know after they leave the Patriots either.
And that's all for this. All from us for this week.
God, hopefully next week is less.
It'll be fantastic.
Annoying for me.
One of us.
Yeah.
No.
We'll see. I mean, we should beat the Dolphins, maybe.
The
Bills, sorry. We have a chance against the Bills, is what I mean. More of a chance than we had against the goddamn.
Yeah, you do. Yeah. Cowboys. You won't get blown out.
Oh yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
Singletary could run all over us, but anyway, we'll see.
Yep.
We'll see. That's gonna be it from us for this week. Thank you guys for watching
and listening.
On the Spotify's, and we'll see you again next week.
Bye bye.